So instead of just yelling over there, we all have different over there's. If you guys see anything, I like to use a clock method while we're out here. Makes it a little easier. So if you guys see anything, get excited, point it out. So off the bow of the boat behind me, we'll call our 12 o'clock. Out to the starboard or right, your 3. To the stern, back, 6. And out to the port, left, going to be our 9 o'clock. Little guys probably never seen a real clock before. We'll teach you something today, don't worry. But first thing to start off with, does anybody know the body of water we're traveling along today?
Atlantic.
It is part of the Atlantic. That's why it's so salty. Alright, so right now we're in what's called the Tolomato River. To our north where the sailboat is, that's the Guano River. And then to our south by the bayfront, Matanzas Bay, Matanzas River. So we call this area collectively the GTM. So we have our preserves to the north and south of our city. And this is also part of the Intracoastal Waterway, or the ICW. So it's always good to know which river system you're in when you're in the ICW, just in case you're on a boat and your captain goes down and you just call the Coast Guard, send them stuff in the ICW. They wouldn't know which part of the United States to start looking for you for. Because to our north behind us now, that goes all the way up to Boston. And then to our south, you can end up in Brownsville, Texas. So that's all inside of the Atlantic Ocean, goes around Florida and technically ends in Brownsville. So it's always good to know that we're in the GTM or whichever river you are in. And this water we're in today, it doesn't look like U.S. with the white sandy beach, but this is some of the absolute cleanest water in the entire state of Florida. So it is a Class 2 watershed, which is viable drinking water. The only thing is, like I said, it's the same saltiness or same salinity level, 35 parts per thousand, as the Atlantic Ocean. There are some parts of the ICW that are considered brackish. It's just because our inlet is right up here about a quarter mile, so that's why there's so much salt in here. So I don't recommend drinking this water, but if it wasn't for all the salt, it would be safe for you to drink. But unless you're going for like a little cleanse, I don't recommend. So the reason it is so clean is we have what's called a NERD here, Natural Estuary Research Reserve. That's a mouthful. If you ever hear the word NERD, protected and clean. So we have a little over 70,000 acres of federally protected lands, rivers, and waterways here right in our city. So that's why we have great fishing year-round. We're our little bait fish all the way up to our big guys here in the area. So besides pointing out our wildlife today, we're in our beautiful city. We got great landmarks, great history here, so we pointed those out as well. So the bridge we just made it under, New Volano Bridge, built in 1996. Allows you to go over from St. Augustine over to what's called Volano Beach on the other side. Also leads the Highway A1A north, take the beach and scenic route up to Jack's Beach. Much nicer route than taking 95, look at the ocean, go through Ponte Vedra, pick out your $15 million home while you're going up there. Out to our port side here, or left side, you'll see the Volano Beach Pier. It's actually a piece of the original bridge that they kept there. It's now used as a public fishing pier. It has a public dock attached to it. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's always free.
Nice.
For me. Free to fish off of it. You guys have a boat in the area. You can dock there for free. I don't know any city you can dock for free and actually leave your boat. You can turn it off and actually go to Publix or anything like that for a few hours. Leaving it overnight, you're rolling the dice on that. Depends if the cops come down there. You never know. But also next to the pier, you guys looking for a cool lunch spot. It's not going to break the bank. It's called Beaches on Volano. Probably has one of the prettiest views off their back deck right onto the Intracoastal. They walk down to get to their beach as well. Not going to break the bank, but it's good food. You know, it's good bar food. It's not the freshest, but it's good stuff that, you know, for a nice afternoon lunch when you're just trying to take the family out and not spend $300. Beaches on Volano. So we're going to keep headed south here. We'll get on the binoculars, get the tunes back on, start scouting out the area. If you guys see anything, let us know. A little about myself. Been a tour guide here for a few years, studying marine wildlife as well as the history of the area. Captain Mike's a tour guide for us as well. Miss Christy in the back. She's new to us, but she's a 4th grade teacher, so has up to 4th grade knowledge. Yeah, so I didn't think past that. That's better. So between the three of us, we've got a pretty good wealth of information about the area. So I ask these questions. It makes my job a lot more fun, so I don't sound like a tape recorder or my personal favorite, not back in front of the classroom.